Social to search.
It's huge. People don't know what it is, don't pretty know it happens a lot of the time.
If no one knows who you are, they're not going to Google you. We'll always be failing in Meta. But without Meta, we don't have a business.
What way to end the year. Brilliant, isn't it? Like, amazing.
Who would you do the intro?
Do you want to do the intro?
Hey, welcome to The Fake Marketer. Myself, Nick Boddington, and James Urquhart. James Urquhart is the host, but I'm here all the time, so it might be co-host. So I'm doing the intro today. Just done it. It's good. Did you see how upbeat it was?
Mine's upbeat.
Yeah, no. But you see how much more upbeat mine was?
Well, yeah, because we're just on your podcast. You're like, oh, we've got a bit of an energy now.
Yeah, exactly.
How are you doing, all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Well, this week I wanted to discuss social to search.
We are going to discuss social to search.
Yeah, which is a big thing, isn't it, in marketing?
Nick, it's huge.
Yeah.
And people don't know what it is, don't pretty know it happens a lot of the time. So I think, what way to end the year, because this is the last podcast before the new turn of the year.
Jake Nabel, what?
No, that is, what date does this come out? 28th, something like that? Yeah, it's 28th. 100%. So it's got on the 28th, so this is the last podcast of the year. There you go, nailed it. So, yeah, social research needs to be part of your plan for 2024.
Well, Jake actually named it on the call today, search after social. Which one do you think is better?
No, social to search, yeah. Yeah, sorry, Jake.
Yeah,
We've not had Jake on this podcast yet.
No, you won't go on any.
He's going to have to because he's brilliant.
Yeah.
Jake could be good on a podcast.
Just need to get him a microphone and stuff because he needs to have the quality up there if you're going to edit it.
He needs to come down and do it, doesn't he, everyone?
Yeah, or if you're in here doing it and he's on a laptop, you still get your clips. He just won't get any of him, or you just have his Zoom face, but you can still link your microphones up and everything.
Maybe come in there, can't we?
Yeah.
Anyway, before we start, we're gonna have a jingle for this, so you would have just heard the jingle for the first time ever.
Yeah.
No, I'll put it on the last one as well.
Okay.
Because then it'll be like, oh, we need a jingle, and it'll be like.
Again, to stress, it needs to be Carl Pilkinson's diary, Monkey Diaries, that level. Okay. Do you know what I'm on about? Yeah, fucking.
Are you talking about the intro to the diary, or
the diary, Carl's diary.
Like the classical music.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right.
Yeah, it needs to be that to that degree.
Okay, no pressure.
What advertising, what marketing, Nick, have you seen?
I saved up my phone actually. So you know how it's all about collabs, isn't it, with brands? Collabs.
Yeah.
Whether it's clothing, they're all collaborating together, and it seems to be happening with all this lot. So mine is, when did Snoop Dogg sit next to an open fire in his garden? Is what I want to know, because that's the one that I saw most recently, which made me laugh. And I get it, but
It's a good advert.
we're looking at a brand here. So, Michael, if you could. Solo Stove and Snoop Dogg sitting next to Fire in the Garden and Snoop Dogg. So we had Just Eat, which I kind of got.
I have an announcement.
Big money. Just Eat got a load of money, and they got these people. The new advert.
I have an announcement.
Aguilera or whatever.
I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. Done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all sticky icky. I'm going smokeless. Solo Stove fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Clever.
Class.
I
Right.
think they paid him for that. Because Snoop Dogg is notorious for asking for
A lot.
load of money. His whole thing is like, if you want me to do a verse, I'll give you 16 bars and you'll give me 250 grand. And if you want me to be in the video, you get 2 hours.
Oh, it's just a proper price list, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to Google how much you got? Probably find this.
And I know what bars is now, so I'm down with the kids.
That was a whole thing. Like he posted something and it was like giving up smoking, and that was like before this ad came out.
Has he actually given up smoking?
No.
Of course
No.
he hasn't.
So he put it out, and it said, and loads of news places were like, Snoop Dogg says he's giving up smoking. So he just put a photo with like giving up smoking, and then like the next day this came out. So
Very good. And a smokeless stove is brilliant, because that's one of my little hates to people who have outdoor
Probably not gonna say.
fire pits and stuff. Is like you absolutely stink every time you sit next to one,
Mm.
don't you?
Yeah.
I had one that I liked. Have you seen the Lidl Christmas ad? They've done another Christmas ad where they do E17.
No,
Good that.
I like E17. Takes us back,
I
doesn't
feel
it?
like I've seen quite a few people.
Stay now.
The song that Jake never heard or didn't know.
I didn't realise they did a whole.
Stay now.
Baby, if you've got. Oh.
That's actually him. That was a singer.
I liked that. I saw it on TV. I thought.
See now, I could have. Actually, we're not gonna.
What if it was a Christmas ad?
No. I'm just. We've tried to do a podcast about something a few times now,
Oh, I see what you're doing.
and that advert
I'm picking-
epitomises.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, that. But we won't go into that. Yeah.
Shout out to Lidl.
Shout out to
So
Lidl.
they did 2 Christmas ads. They did another Christmas ad like earlier, and now they've done a. second.
Lidl's done very well this Christmas for, you know, I watch, I don't know if I mentioned this podcast, I'm quite into cooking. But, so I like watching the cooking programs at Christmas and things like that. And they've done a couple of programs where they've had those taste tests. Fortnum and Mason versus Lidl was the other week.
Blind taste tests.
Yeah, and things like that. And Lidl is doing really well
Yeah.
on a lot of stuff, actually.
That's good.
Yeah, and there was one of these programs on, you know, what are Lidl doing? You know, they have all the people and they're interviewing people, and they're doing really well actually. But to be fair, I never go into Lidl.
No.
I'll go to Aldi,
I
but
don't really know. I still don't really know the difference between Lidl and Aldi. Are they owned by different people?
I don't know actually. It's a good question because they're very similar, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not. They're not owned. They're separate
So
business.
they're like similar branding, similar like even like the. fact
Yeah,
that
because they're
it's all
from. They're from. Not. Is it Sweden?
Yeah, that sort of thing. But the thing with Lidl, I would say, is different from my interpretation. Is that when you walk into a Lidl, you get that huge bakery section, don't you? Which always have the standard donuts and stuff. Which
What'd you
just
go for?
people
Did you,
love.
Did you get anything from there?
If I go in there, I go for one of those either the little vegetarian pizza things,
Okay.
which has like peppers and stuff on, or I go for the pesto and goat's cheese tart, or a fake Nutella donut.
Okay.
Oh, I think I went
Rare though. This is skateboarding with Felix because there's a Lidl opposite where I go. Used to take him skateboarding. Apart from that, I've not been into a Lidl
I
since.
think France has a Lidl or Aldi. One of them. I went into a Lidl in France and it was very nice. They had like brioche and stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah. I went to Aldi actually yesterday.
You saw Sonia.
Yeah, I did. My shopping now.
Aldi.
Yeah, my shopping now is I write a shopping list. I start in Aldi to see what I can get in Aldi first because I know it's going to be cheap. And then I move up to the Shires, to Sainsbury's to get a few other things. And then I move into Marks and Spencer's to get a couple of unique things that I like that only come from that.
I'm living off fuel a lot at the moment.
You're living off Huel.
Yeah, I need to lose a bit of timber. So.
I tried a Huel not long ago for the first time.
Didn't enjoy it?
Which one?
It was the ones you can get in like Tesco, you know the ones. That
Yeah.
Oh,
Every
you mean
day.
the
Like meal ones.
Yeah, real replacement ones. Yeah.
There's a vanilla one as well.
What do you
Yeah.
think? I think the bananas one's the nicest.
Salt caramel. Oh.
Oh, the salted caramel's very good, isn't it?
Really nice.
It's hard to get though. You don't see it on very many shelves.
Oh, I mean the actual.
Oh, that's the one I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tesco, but I mean the bottle ones. They only do vanilla and chocolate.
Okay.
I sometimes I find it a bit sweet. The chocolate one's good. If you mix it, do you shake it or do you put it in an actual whack a load of ice cubes in that?
That's
You've
what I
got
do.
like a salted. You've
That's-
got like yeah, but if you do it with the chocolate one, it becomes like a. It's just good. It tastes like Belgian.
So I use
chocolate.
3 ice cubes pre, and then 3 post.
It just drops in. So you crush 3 up first and then put 3 in at the end. just to have them hold, just to keep it cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice though. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Does the job.
And what do you have in the evenings? The actual meal,
Yeah.
and at lunchtime the meal.
No, I don't really eat at lunch, do I? 'Cause I'm
So you're having breakfast now?
No. I had it
Do you-
twice last week.
Okay.
That's about it. So I'm trying.
So if you miss breakfast, and you don't read lunch. You're just having a fuel in the evening. So you've had 400 calories for the day. How the hell do you do that?
Sometimes. I'm busy, Nick.
Whether you're busy or not, if I'm busy, it makes my day worse.
I haven't got time.
If I haven't eaten, I have to. It has to. My day won't get complete.
Yeah, but which is fine. But I'm saying me personally.
No, but I'm just saying, how do you
stuff
do
to
it?
do.
I just don't know how you can do the 400 calories in a day.
Hence.
Or you, well, obviously not.
Obviously not, no. Anyway.
Social to search.
Well,
yeah.
no. Well, before we go on to that, I'm not going to discuss any adverts I've seen this week. But I did want to let the world know that Smile Direct
Oh yeah, I saw that.
have
Went
gone
under.
bust.
Yeah.
Small direct club.
Which ties in really well to what we're going to discuss today, because they went omnipresent, didn't they? They went,
Everyone heard of that.
everyone heard of them. A lot of people have tried them. Pete, who used to work with us, he had them, and I don't know how much they were. I think they were still
The
stocked.
braces, yeah?
Yes, they were, rather than going. So I had braces, didn't I, 2 years ago. So when I realised I was balding, which I am, you'll be there.
One day, yeah.
Yeah.
I made it.
The I was like, right, I've got to sort the bottom teeth out. So I went and got braces, didn't I? I looked at Smart Direct and I was like, I'm not sure about this. Like, do they actually work? And
Dentist concerns,
Seven
range
bill,
of spitting.
had £900 million of debt at the time they filed for bankruptcy.
huge, isn't it?
Gone from 7 bill to 900 mil in the toilet.
In the red.
Says there were 1,800.
Yeah, so £1,800. Now,
Is that good for that?
when I got my braces were about, I don't know exactly, let's say it was about 2.5, 3 grand, I think, give or take. But obviously you pay it over like a year. So a month you're like, I don't really want to pay this because I'm an adult, but let's sort it out. But when I looked at those, they were half the price, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't convinced that something that would just, you'd send an image into
Considering what you have to go through when you go to the dentist and have your teeth.
Is that how it works? You just send them a photo?
send them a photo, mate, you get x-rays. If you go to an orthodontist,
Yeah.
yeah.
But even teeth whitening, if you go and pay 300 quid for proper teeth whitening, I've not done it, but I'd like to. That's even moulded. You're going for a mould to be made, and then you put your gel in it so it fits perfectly. So how's that doing it?
Oh, it wasn't good.
No, I
Yeah,
wasn't
because
convinced.
Obviously, they can't have had much.
It says there's some people who've been left like mid-treatment, and like now they've folded. Like people are just sort of stuck in the lurch because the company shut down.
But they did really well. They went nuts. They did a lot of social, which would have produced a lot of different type of traffic to their website and for their offering. But that was an example of where, for all the will in the world, you can market to you blue in the face unless you've got a decent business model
Or product.
or product.
Product may have not worked.
Maybe not worked, X, Y, Z. You don't have a business.
Yeah.
Just on that positive note. Social to search.
So what is social to search, James?
Social to search is when you're running vast amount of social campaigns. And a byproduct of that is people searching then your product or certain terminology of those ads online, but you can't directly attribute that search volume to social. Although it's happening, and we've got some good examples today of clients where it works, but that is social to search.
Yeah. The thing is, unless you are now Huel, where, well, even actually a lot of people won't, because they're still, we know them, but I think a lot of people might still not know them, is unless you're Nike or someone of that ilk, you're going to go, I need some new trainers, Nike, Adidas, aren't you? So it'd be probably different for them to run a social campaign. But what you've got to remember is that if no one knows who you are, they're not going to Google you. So this is a great example from my call today, actually. And I'll name them Muscle Squad. Muscle Squad. They make gym equipment. As you know, I set up my home gym and we use this as an example today. So my home gym in the garage took 60 days when I did that to decide what I was going to get, measured it. You know, a lot goes into it. And I said to them today, I was your perfect client 2 years ago, and I didn't know, I've never heard of you. And I said, until you became a client of ours, I'd never heard of you. And they were like, yeah, that's probably about right. So I said, but if I've never heard of you, and a lot of other people have heard of you, because you're a new brand, but when I look at your attribution through our third-party Triple Whale that we use, most of you, most in the last 4 months, without going to figures, I would say 90% of their revenue has come from Google, and the rest has come from email and Facebook. But no one's heard of you.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it?
But you've had 1.8 million impressions, and on Google you've had 1.8 million impressions. So then I did a test where I went, okay, what things, and I've asked, we're actually got a call with their other agency who did the PPC, see what keywords they're using. So I was starting to guess keywords that I would use if I was looking for a full rack on my gym, lifting, squat bar, whatever it would be. They're not coming up on paid. So what I said today, I want to know what keywords you're getting. So they agree, again, a client that doesn't disagree with what we're saying is, if no one's heard of you, then they're being interruption marketing on Instagram and Facebook is what is making someone see you. But it's a 60-day, their average transaction is 60 days from when they first see an ad. We'll always be failing in Meta. And they said, you'll always fail. It'll never work. But without Meta, we don't have a business because no one's heard of us. So unless we're going to start competing with the biggest keywords against some of the biggest fitness companies to try and get up onto Google,
Like Wolverine and people like
we
that.
have to have, Wolverstone.
Wolverstone,
And the one I've got, which I always forget what it's called.
which is bad because it's in your garage.
I know, and I always forget what it's called. And it's not Primal Fitness. So even they said today, both of them massive companies, and that's what people think of when they buy it. So they got to compete with it. So it's about just getting the ads out as much as possible and going across it. And sometimes we get some attribution come into it. Like today, for instance, I went on the call, they'd done 900 quid. By 2 p.m, they'd done 14 grand, which had come from Google. So someone's taken that time and then they go onto the website and order it. So that's how important Google is, this social to search that we're discussing in this podcast. But what we've created was in Meta, when we're doing someone's advertising as manager, we have said everyone obviously should have a pixel on the website if you're going to do any Meta advertising. And in that pixel, you can create a custom conversion. That custom conversion, you can say, it gives you the option of saying external page referral, which is and it then says what's the link. So we can put in there Google, Yahoo, Bing. Save that, and now in Ads Manager, when someone leaves Meta, the tracking pixel follows them to Google, and when they go back into Google, up to 30 days, 28 days, but we track it on one, as soon as they go back to the website, the pixel picks it up that they've come from Google because we've got the custom conversion. We can see how many people are going across. And on one of our clients who do a lot of ads, they get a 2.5% click-through rate of someone who sees an ad, goes to the website. We have a 1.25% click-through rate of someone who sees it, goes to Google, and within a day, Googles their company, goes back onto the website.
So is that tracking, again, people listen to this, is this people that have seen the ad or clicked the ad?
Seen. Based on impressions.
Fine.
We don't know. That same person may have
Clicked
the ad and gone to Google and do it.
But it's still brilliant, isn't it?
So we haven't got it uniquely. Oh yeah, massive. So the client I've just been talking about, not the fitness one, but someone else, that 1.25% equated to, in November, to 14,500 people. So 48,000 clicked the ad straight from Meta. 14,500 people went to Google and went back into their website, and then Facebook picked up on the pixel. 14,500 people.
Would they previously just have been attached to they came from Google? And you wouldn't
They still are saying it's attached to Google.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying they would have just come as organic Google.
They would have,
And they still do. So this particular client, they're not forthcoming in realizing and seeing that metric of data. So they know it's there, but it's just a byproduct and like, oh, that's fine. But actually, the 48,000 is still what you guys are targeted on. The additional 14K, whether we believe it or not, is by the by. You're on the 48,000.
Yeah, to the point that we've got a number of clients and one of those big car rental companies that we deal with, which has been our client for over 2 years now.
Yeah, it is. Yes. Yeah.
When we turned down, so when Jake was trying to sell them in this is really important. It's really important. What, a year and a half ago, and they were just like, no, we need to attribute to all the channels, which we know is just hard to do. We turn on 1 month, for instance. I tell you what, they had that big investment from that credit card company. Remember?
Yeah, no.
We can't mention these big brands probably. That credit card company gave them. They did a collaboration and gave them a 6-figure sum over 2 months of advertising, didn't they? So we had to spend that 6-figure sum. So we were flying out ads. Like, it was ridiculous amount of money we were spending on these ads. As soon as that, when Jake came on trying to sell this in, he then went, oh, I remember that campaign, this is where it all came from, brought it out and looked at the amount of organic members, so new members are coming to their platform, who were coming from organic, that it was like for those 2 months it was up here, and as soon as that social stopped, because we didn't stop it, but we lowered the budgets massively, that organic dropped. And as soon as we've been turning the organic, and now we spend spend quite a lot of money on paid, their organic goes up with it pretty much to the measurement that Jake has said, by if we spend this much, this will go up with organic.
And the reason the other way we're measuring that is that the ads are in certain locations in the UK. So if it's Edinburgh, if it's Bristol, you can see their search volumes are exactly the same.
Yeah,
percentage-wise.
and we're getting new members in those areas, even though we're not running a new member campaign.
Yeah. So again, it's proven that is working in those isolated locations, which again is brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the other things we did try for another client is by saying, search us on Google and go in a different way, because you're trying to attribute it, aren't you? We know it's happening, but it's like, how do you... Not that we're even trying to prove it to the client, because we're trying to prove it to ourselves. The clients that we've done it with, who we're getting successful.
Well, the rental company, so we've used certain terms in the ads. So if you look at those ads that Jake's put together, there are some certain terms in there, which only someone that have seen the ad would search for.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. And Cadbury's have done this recently, actually. So you'd have seen their ad. You know where it's like they're giving away a free share a bar. That's what they're doing. And they're doing that for one reason only. They can measure exactly how successful that campaign is. And it's what? Is it share a bar? Is that what it is?
What happens on the ad then?
So via TV, via social, they're doing this. Basically give away a free bar to your friend who needs not some help, but just like I'm probably explaining this really badly, but they just want to show some appreciation. And all around the UK on certain billboards, there's hashtag share a bar or something like that, and it's a particular website, and you go onto it, put your friend's details in, and they'll send you a bar of chocolate.
All right.
Yeah. Trying to find it, but there's a certain term, and I've actually went, I need to do that. I haven't.
You've forgotten it, but it's something you need to do.
But it's something like, sure. I was going to the other night Google actually and put in Cadbury's XYZ.
Well, do you know what? It'd be interesting to see if I see an ad tonight on TikTok or Instagram for Cadbury's, based on us talking about it.
The Secret Santa.
Maybe that's it. Is that it?
Like these.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So there's certain QR codes, a little bit different, but actually, it was.
I've seen a share a bar in those.
It was definitely, yeah. Maybe it's stopped now, but again, anyway, it's a very specific term that only you would search for. But
I was trying to see if it came up.
Nick's like, I've had enough of this.
No, I was trying to see if it came up.
We're not doing my podcast now. A particular term you would only have to search for that. And that's what we've done with that rental company. There's some certain terms in
Yeah.
there that Jake's put in, which you'd have only gone.
So we love it when the client understands it. If you're listening, you want to know how to do this. I'm actually putting a video up next week on Let's Run Facebook Ads as the group, and I'll be showing you how this is done. And I'll call it Google Social to Search.
Not Bing.
No, Bing I think gets like 3 free searches a week or something. Doesn't it? People do still use it, but it's just I don't think that's.
I don't know who. I don't know.
There's also the social network called Duck and Go. Is it? Have you seen that one? So on the attribute, it's funny on the in Triple Well when I'm looking down these attributions where Google's coming from. Sure, it's called DuckDuckGo, and apparently when you use DuckDuckGo as a search engine, it's got absolutely no tracking capabilities or anything. So it's someone who's a conspiracy theorist.
Okay.
I'm being watched. DuckDuckGo has nothing, no capabilities. You're completely.
Jason was on that to me the other day actually about Google. He hates it. He's having a right little moan about tracking and stuff.
Working for a social media company.
Or he works for the data side, doesn't he? So
You know what I
not
mean?
really.
I hate this world.
But no, he was having a right moan about Google, saying that the top 3 are paid, the bottom 4 are paid, and in the middle's what they recommend.
Yeah. Been
Yeah.
like that for 15 years. Welcome to the world. Fit in or off. Do you know what I mean?
Jason's only just twigged. They're paying to be here. As he walks past billboards in Birmingham all day.
yeah. I'm not into this advertising thing.
On the train, everywhere.
Well, they're selling data to people to send emails out to people. Not sure about this.
No, don't know.
Privacy and all that.
He'd be on there. But it was really interesting is that in terms of search functionality, and actually we were trying to do this to find an advert the other day, is he said, search TikTok.
What I heard you talking about this.
The TikTok search is really.
Search in TikTok, yeah. I've seen. I may have been down in London with you when we were in the summer, and there was when you go in the tubes, you got all the billboards on the side. It was use TikTok for search, or need to know how to fix a light switch. Yeah. And you do. You take it. Yeah, I've done it now for cooking recipes. I don't know if you know, but I mean, like cooking.
I've not discussed running for a while.
I might have a curry tonight though.
Say again?
I might have a curry tonight.
What, paid for?
Yeah.
You're going to treat yourself?
Fancy it, yeah.
Well, I suppose you've got ads to
I've got loads of food in the house, but nothing I want to eat. You know, when I bought for Christmas yesterday. Christmas is now done. The house is ready for the boys to come around. It's done.
Have you bought them the condoms?
I haven't yet, no.
Can you need to
I
run
need
them?
to get some of the Let's Run Social ones.
Oh, they're in my van. We can
Yeah.
get them tonight, yeah. I've actually got the van with me today, so you can
Okay,
get
because I brought your coats in for you to try.
them. Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
There's 2 there. I think they're the ones one of them
No,
you
the red
borrowed.
one.
Oh, you borrowed the red one?
It's brilliant.
Oh,
I
it's the
don't
red
have to
one
have the
you
red
borrowed.
one. As long as they fit, I don't care.
Yeah, try that big overall.
Sorry, off at a tangent.
I
You need to
thought-
buy some condoms for
I know,
the
tiny
boys.
ones.
For tiny ones for Felix. Because he's now having sex, because he's out of age.
Yeah.
You can send him a link. I tell you what, clip this up. He would hate it. Clip it up,
I'll
please.
clip it up and you'll think it's gone out, but it won't
Clip it
have
up.
really gone
Yeah,
out.
it won't have actually gone out. Clip it up, Michael. He'll clip it up, and I'll put it live. Don't send me the clip, and I'll put it live on Christmas Day on TikTok and see what he says. That'll be funny. What were we on about? TikTok search.
TikTok search.
Yeah, brilliant. But I'm still Google.
Yeah, I saw actually, Neil Patel.
SEO guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That guy is everywhere.
Yeah, he's omnipresent.
Like
When you think about his agency, he
Does he
must
have-
be.
does he have an agency?
Yeah, he must be doing. Do you know he owns now Answer the Public?
Yeah, when you go on the website, so it'll be
He owns it. He's bought it out.
It's always
He's
that same-
doing some. He's doing all right. He
It's
is.
always the same photo of him just everywhere he goes.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show, doesn't it? You just get omnipresent. You just keep on putting content out there.
We're going to do that.
He's
next
now
year.
bought Answer the Public, and I bet that wasn't cheap. So now it's like part of
What's
Neil
funny?
Patel.
We're doing it. We're doing it next year.
But we're going to be omnipresent.
Omnipresent. Because there's a marketing manager coming in next year. and he or she is going to give you a list
How to be omnipresent.
of get this done by this date,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Just be ready.
So Neil Patel, he was saying one of his little content things was about exactly what you're saying. TikTok are out there trying to become, and he used some other different type of terminology for it, but it was interesting because he was just like, I get what they're trying to do,
It's a different
but
experience.
you
for me.
don't need to do everything.
Yeah.
Do something you do really well.
Well, do you know what?
Google does search really well. YouTube does video really well.
Google's not going to become TikTok. so
Instagram is more
it's-
like, you know, you use Instagram for finding out stuff and learning things, and you've got lots of, you know,
Bit of inspiration
courses
as well.
on there and a bit of inspiration. TikTok's for that. It's like he said, from his point of view, if a platform tries to do all that, it starts to fail because it's going to start putting a lot of stuff out there. That's
Instagram, isn't it? They're trying to be everything, or Facebook.
But the discussion we had about what's coming in March the other day, didn't we? When we were going through that on Friday. Oh, can it do this? Can it do that? And it's like,
Yeah,
just, you know, we need to focus on,
Do one thing really well.
yeah, you know, master of jack of all trades or master of none.
yeah, yeah,
But social to search, especially in 2024, don't just consider Facebook, Meta,
No.
social ads as it's just that one channel where it's adding value. It's not. It's adding value across all of them.
yeah,
Especially if you are running things like PPC or, you know, you're doing a lot of SEO. Social will be adding value to those channels without any doubt. And again, if you're using Facebook ads, like you've just mentioned there about putting that, optimizing or putting that code in, again, you can see it now. So you can actually attribute it. Go, well, we know this many people have gone on to Google or Bing or whichever post that impression, which is brilliant, isn't it? Like, amazing.
yeah. Absolutely.
That's all we get from him.
It's brilliant. But if they want to see how it's done and how to set it up so they can actually see, go on to Let's Run Facebook Ads, the group.
Yep.
There'll be a video of how you can set up an ads manager,
Yeah. If you're let in.
if you're let in.
Read the rules. Have you seen those pages where like we get excited?
We've got rules.
Read the rules.
We've got rules.
Like, be kind.
Yeah, we've got rules.
Help each other out.
Yeah, we've got those rules. Got to be nice, Michael.
So this is going out after Christmas, 3 days to New Year.
Yeah, 28th.
Nice.
Yeah, so 2024, you need to consider social to search.
Yeah. Be open to it.
And be open to it.
Not going, Google works better than us, Facebook, we're going to turn it off. See how that works for you.
So, Happy New Year, Nick.
Happy New Year, James.
And Happy New Year, Michael.
I hope you got everything you wanted for Christmas.
I don't know what I'm going to get for Christmas. I would say doubtful anything.
I'm not getting anything for Christmas.
No, next.
That was our deal. No presents.
You and,
Caroline.
yeah.
The money we spend on each other is going into our holiday account.
Well, that's nice.
So when we're on holiday, we can go, glad we didn't buy anything we don't really need at Christmas time. Now we're sitting on a beach.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean, though? It was
No,
like,
no,
what
no.
do you want for Christmas? Nothing really.
You thinking of something just for the sake?
You end up doing that, don't you?
Yeah. You haven't got me anything then.
Have you got me anything?
No.
If you've got me something, I'll get you something. But
I was considering something actually the other week, but
we got something for each other last year. Or was it the year before?
I don't know.
You want that light, didn't you?
I got you that light. Yeah, it never worked, though, did it?
You got them with the wrong plug end.
It was in Birmingham, you know. I was like, that's a nice lamp. Nick would like that because he's single now. He, you know, he needs a bit of love, and and he got the wrong adapter on. It was like a European one.
So I hammered it in. Take it on holiday. That's it.
Yeah, I'll be in Scotland when this is out.
I know,
So
lucky.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Look at some deer and stuff. Go and eat some oysters.
Yeah, a bit of that. Not for me.
How
though.
far are you from the sea? Do you know?
I could throw a stone.
Really? Are you right on the coast?
Yeah, I'm in Oban, yeah.
I don't know
Oban.
what that is. You're talking
you wanna-
about, I know.
Do you want to get it up on the map?
That's really... Oh, that's cool.
Oban. Yeah, so up there. And planning for next year.
How long will it take you to get there?
8 hours.
Is it OBAN Scotland?
Yeah. But it is like, yeah, it's going to be. There you go.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so it's
Have you been there before?
yeah, it's way. You see where the all those lines are. That's how you get to the Algebra Hebrides. So the Island Mall, which is there. Look, we'll go over there and all that stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really nice.
Zoom out, please, Michael, so I can see where it is on the map. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you go up, Michael, a bit. So that scroll in, go in, left. So then up. So you see North View East there, that one on the left.
Yeah.
That's where I did that half marathon.
That's where you went to?
Yeah, to do that half marathon, yeah.
It's absolutely miles away.
So if you click on North View East, Michael, and it should come up with some images normally. No, because then click on it. Oh, there you go. No, scroll in. Scroll in and see where's... No, stop. You know where it says Talala or whatever it is? Yeah. So click on those images. There you go. So that's where I was last summer. And it is... That doesn't do it justice. Genuinely, it's like that.
Nothing there.
Nothing there, and it's honestly turquoise with like that.
Beautiful.
It's so bizarre, yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah. It'd been really nice.
So, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
Look forward to marketing in 2024.
Yeah. And think of your full funnel.
Think of your full funnel.
Bye.
Bye.